Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Somerdale. You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Somerdale, and Stratford.
For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ.
Went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string saying South Jersey is well represented now.
Sterling is going to the championship game.
Looks like he's fouled there. Put a desperation shot, and there he goes! It's good! It's good!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sterling Channel 19. It's the 2-6 Sterling Lady Knights taking on the 6-1 Haddonfield Bulldogs here in the first game of 2024 girls basketball. I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Connor Strauss and Kevin Schulz, and we are in for a fun one tonight. A big rivalry game between the Lady Knights and the Haddonfield Bulldogs with the Colonial Liberty standings. Haddonfield leading the way at 6-1, followed by Haddon Township at 5-1, Haddon Heights at 4-4, Woodbury at 2-7, Sterling at 2-6, then West Deptford at the very bottom at 2-5. Look at compare the teams. Sterling 2-6, fifth in the Colonial Liberty offense, averaging 36 points per game, defense allowing 42. And you see their top scorers, Mackenzie McDonald and Aaron Quinn, with 10 points per game each. Lexi Kuhn with 6, and Morgan Sims with 5. And then it's Haddonfield at 6-1 on the year, first in the Colonial Liberty, offense averaging 45 points per game, defense allowing 31. Then it's Acadia Walters, the leading point scorer, with 12. Reese Volovich with 10 points per game. And you see the other point scorers on your screen in Caroline Douglas and Marlena Kadar. Look at the game history since 2007. Sterling is 18-17 versus Haddonfield. Haddonfield's last win was in 2022, excuse me. Sterling winning both of the meetings last year. So we are going to take a look at the player intros. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Aaron Quinn, guard, Somerdale.
Shane Duffy, forward, Somerdale.
Amber Wilsey, guard, Stratford.
Paris Logan, forward, Hynella.
Ireland Kay, guard, Stratford.
Montgomery Dram, guard, Somerdale.
Mackenzie McDonald, forward, Laurel Springs.
Lexi Kuhn, forward, Stratford.
Caitlin Ott, forward, Somerdale.
Morgan Sims, guard, Stratford.
Maddie Sims, forward, Stratford.
So you look at the keys to the game on your screen. It's create a fast-paced game, solid team defense, and winning every 50-50 ball. And guys, obviously not the hope that you were looking for to start the year. We're looking at Haddonfield starters first. It's Katie Mulligan, Caroline Douglas, Reese Volovich, Acadia Walters, and Marlena Kadar, the starters for Haddonfield.
Well, you have an outstanding Haddonfield team that's got a lot of people return.
Look at Sterling starters. It's Montgomery Dram, Aaron Quinn, Ireland Kay, Lexi Kuhn, and Shane Duffy. They'll introduce the starters out there on the court. As guys, we are ready for hopefully a fun one here tonight.
Yeah, you've got a lot of girls returning from Haddonfield, and you look at them at the top of the division, and obviously Sterling's had their issues with injuries, but I think, they just want to play aggressive, be salt on the keys of the game, play a good type of defensive game, and just kind of create havoc and get Haddonfield out of their rhythm. Yeah, you see right there, you see Sterling right now, again, struggling with losing 3 starters. Haddonfield at the top, 6-1 overall, 4-0 in the division, followed by Township, who Sterling played the other night. And you look at Sterling there again at the bottom at 2-6, losing, you know, obviously their point guard, Bridget Dixon, Mackenzie McDonald, one of their key inside player, and Morgan Sims, their 3-point shooter. And those girls do a lot than just a few things. They really are all-around players at the respective positions, and they're leaders. They, you know, are all 4-year starters. So that's a big thing to have to replace. But you see the girls here supporting the other girls on, and you know, Sterling has some girls who have experience, as we see Erin Quinn's name being announced right there, and you know, other girls that'll come out and do their best and really try to battle against Haddonfield.
Yeah, and as you said, Schultz, they lost a lot of leadership with those seniors going down, but it gives them something to play for. It gives them that next girl up mentality, where these players that don't get many minutes at the varsity level now have a chance to prove themselves, especially for next year. So even though you lost those players, you've got players that are looking to prove themselves this year.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think you have a lot of athletes here, as you look at Montgomery Dram, who are used to competing, albeit in a different sport at the high level. When you talk about what they were able to do in soccer this past fall and winning the Coaches Cup, so they're girls that won't shy away from a very good team. They'll battle, and I think it's just a matter of, again, trying to create a little bit of havoc and making your outside shots. We talked to Coach Kate McDonald before the game, and that was pretty much what she said their team's approach is going to try to be against, again, a very good Haddonfield team.
Yeah, Strauss was talking about its next girl up mentality, and this is something Sterling hasn't really struggled with very recently. Would probably be the big injuries. I mean, Bridget Dixon obviously out in all of her sports. She's a 3-sport athlete, so losing her in 3 sports is very crucial. But losing Mackenzie McDonald along with Morgan Sims. You see the coaches on both sides. It's Kate McDonald on your right and head coach Jackie Mulligan for Haddonfield in her 25th year. And we are underway here at the Castle on this Friday night. Haddonfield starting with possession. So we are underway here in 2024 girls basketball.
Starting out in that 2-3 zone.
Here's a 3 ball, too strong. And the ball goes out of play. The shot was from Caroline Douglas. It's Dram to inbound it to Quinn.
Yeah, and looking at the stat sheets here, Sterling scoring 36 points a game against Haddonfield. You're gonna want to score more points. You're gonna want to be offense first, because they have shooters on the other side of the ball. You can't have a defense first approach going into this game. You have to get shots up.
So here is Kay with it on the outside.
Haddonfield going with the man defense in the first half-court set against them. Sterling just moving it around, trying to be patient, trying to get somebody freed up.
Here's Lexi Kuhn from 3. That one no good. Rebound by Kadar. So Haddonfield going back the other way. A feed inside. Layup is good for Reese Volovich, her first points of the night. And it's 2-0 Dogs.
And that's what Haddonfield typically does. They'll have a girl drive to the basket, draw the defenders towards her, and you have that easy bounce pass for the layup right there.
That one goes out of play. Haddonfield averaging about 45 points per game. They're allowing 31, so overall a solid offense. Second in the Colonial in terms of total points scored.
Yeah, you see Coach Jackie Mulligan, who has been at Haddonfield 10 years at this point, and really done an outstanding job there, and obviously was one of the outstanding players here at Sterling. Went on to play at Penn State. And we look at Coach Kate McDonald again, another great Sterling player. Both coaches scoring well over 2,000 career points, just having outstanding careers.
So the 2-0 Haddonfield. Sterling looking to respond. It's one incredible former Sterling athlete against another.
Yeah, and you're just seeing real good defense from Haddonfield in their half-court man set. Really tough against Sterling away from the ball. They're making it hard for them to get freed up and get any type of room.
Back out to Kay. Cross-court pass to Kuhn. That one swatted away out of play. It was Marlena Kadar who swatted it out. It will still remain Knights ball.
And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need good movement around the outside, some ball fakes, keep Haddonfield off balance. Don't allow them to anticipate.
And that's going to go against Kadar, as we'll take a look at it here. It was the cross-court pass from Ireland Kay. So the first foul for Haddonfield. Wide open is Kay for three. That one a bit too strong. Rebound by Quinn. She gets some separation, now gets it out to Dran. Dran with a feed inside, Duffy, and that one blocked. Kadar able to take it away, sends it up. Here's a feed inside, and the layup is good for the Dogs. First points for Caroline Douglas.
You see Haddonfield getting loose in transition, gets thrown out of position. That's where you got to watch those passes that are predictable and they can anticipate going the other way.
And there's a steal right there for Acadia Walters, her first points of the night. So Sterling finding themselves in a hole quickly. Another takeaway for the Dogs. Here's a drive, layup, falls through. Katie Mulligan, her first points. It's an 8-0 Bulldogs lead. And we'll take a look at the replay.
Yeah, take a look at the first replay here. The layup from Mulligan, but I really liked what Sterling was doing to start the game. They were kind of controlling the pace, making sure that Haddonfield's offense wasn't getting off to a really hot start, and then they kind of lost it there, a couple steals in a row, and now you're looking at an 8-point deficit.
Yeah, I think Haddonfield's pressure in a half-court set, as you look them going the other way on another steal here, it can force teams into predictability, and that's what you're seeing right now. Sterling outside is desperate in their offensive set on the perimeter to go with some ball fakes, because right now Haddonfield is really jumping those passing lanes and getting the steals going the other way, and that's a big reason why you're looking at an 8-0 deficit for Sterling with 4:34 left.
Yeah, and what Strauss was saying with the longer possessions, it is good to dominate possessions, but if you can't capitalize on it, then it really doesn't matter. And so far, Sterling has, I guess, dominated that time of possession, but they haven't been able to put anything up on the scoreboard, which pretty much just makes it useless. Here's Quinn on the outside, finds Kay. Back out to Quinn. Here's a three ball from the corner, and that one no good. And a whistle as Shane Duffy falls to the floor. It'll be Quinn to inbound it. 8-0 Bulldogs, 4:16 to go in the opening quarter on this Friday, January night. Here's Quinn with a pass out to Dran, back to Kay. Feed inside to Duffy. But then it's going to be a travel, I believe, against the Bulldogs. Not quite sure what that was about, but we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, so you take another look at it here. Haddonfield gets the ball. Shane Duffy kind of lays an arm out, and Haddonfield gets called for the travel.
And be a jump ball right there.
You see Haddonfield, you saw that pass down to Shane Duffy. You had somebody fronting her, somebody help defense coming over behind her. They really worked well as a team defensively.
Here's a three ball. That one overshot, no good from Ireland Kay. Haddonfield back with it. Here's a pass down the court to Walters. Walters gets it out towards Douglas. A little more than halfway through this first quarter. It's been all Haddonfield to this point. Here's a three ball. That one no good. Rebound by Quinn as it goes off the backboard. Quinn down the other end. Gets it out to Dran. Back out to Quinn. Quinn from long range. That one no good. Dran comes up with it. Finds Quinn on the outside. Back out to Dran. Dran out to Kuhn. Long pass to Duffy in the corner, back out to Dran. And Another takeaway there for Haddonfield. Sterling just not getting really any space at all. Here's a long three from downtown. Acadia Walters for three. It's 11-0 Bulldogs.
Yeah, and taking a look at Haddonfield's stat sheet here, Acadia Walters over 10 points a game, but after that, they really like to spread the ball around. Everyone kind of has the same amount of points on the season, so they really do like to spread the ball around. And if you're Sterling, you need to make sure that you are staying on your person at all times because you can't leave anyone on this Bulldogs team open.
So here is Duffy able to get it to Ireland K. Sterling in an 11-0 deficit here in this first quarter. Still plenty of time as the mid-range shot floater, no good. And we'll get a whistle as Volovich gets the rebound. Take a look at the last basket. The long three there for the Bulldogs, and that was pretty far out. Beautiful shot there from Acadia Walters.
Erin Quinn, one of the girls who's been a 3-year starter for Sterling, having an outstanding career here in both basketball and soccer.
So Acadia Walters, a freshman here on the squad for Haddonfield. Shows that she'll be on this squad for years to come. There's another one. That one was by Molly Mulligan. It's now 14-0.
Yeah, and for a Haddonfield team that has a winning culture, to bring in someone like Acadia Walters, who already has 11 points a game as a freshman.
Here's a free ball. That one no good. Rebound by Walters. Here's a feed downfield. Excuse me, not downfield as we get a travel. We're not on the field, we're on the court. We'll take a look at the three. Just a beautiful shot from the sophomore Molly Mulligan.
Well, that's when you see a Haddonfield team really pull away, when not only are they getting the defensive steals and getting points in transition, getting the drives to the basket and the easy baskets, but now they're starting to hit from the outside. And boy, when you've really got all facets of your game going offensively, it makes it really difficult to stop.
And just another takeaway there for the Bulldogs. There's a heave down court to Mulligan.
Yeah, and what you missed during that stoppage of time, it looks like Montgomery Graham is in some pain as she goes to the bench. Looks like an ankle injury.
Drive toward the middle. Here's a mid-range jumper there. No good. Rebound by Quinn. So now here's Quinn with it. Able to try and get it to Logan, but it goes out of play. Goes off the tips of her. Goes off her fingertips.
I think if you're Sterling right now, man, forget about the score. Try and get better with each quarter as you progress through the game. A lot of newer players playing. Coach mixing in a lot of different players. I felt like at a time they were, she called that one timeout, came out of the timeout, were being a little less predictable, but this is just an outstanding and complete Haddonfield team.
So about 30 seconds to go here in quarter number one. And Haddonfield with a statement first quarter so far. And right now they'll just try and slow up the pace a little bit as the quarter begins to wind down. And we'll get a foul, look to be against Erin Quinn. Clock stopping with 13.9 to go.
Yeah, you see Erin Quinn getting aggressive out there in the perimeter, just trying as a senior to make something happen here.
So again, Haddonfield just looking to melt out these last 7 seconds or so. We'll see if they'll take a final shot. There's a feed inside, taken away by Logan, but there will be no chance. And that is going to do it here for quarter number one. And you're going to take a look at the McDonald's sign here in Magnolia, one of only 12 original McDonald's signs in all of the U.S. and the only one here in New Jersey. Second quarter action coming up right after this. Everybody, welcome back, and you see a couple Pokemon over there on the bench. Strauss, how about you try and guess what those 3 ones are?
I have no clue what the penguin is. I don't even know. If
I don't think that's even a Pokemon, honestly.
The one in the middle, I think, is Charmander. The one on the right, it's the fish. Forgot its name.
To say I have no idea would be an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah, Strauss claimed on the last broadcast that he was a huge Pokemon guy, and right now he's not living up to that name.
I think the fish is Magikarp.
Did you just ask Jensen or something?
I did
because
not
he
ask
really
Jensen.
knows.
Jensen's recording right now. Listen, I was a huge Pokemon fan in middle school. I had so many cards. I should sell my cards. I have about $1,000 worth of cards.
Yeah, you probably should. So Caroline Douglas at the line. Douglas, a senior, averaging 8 points per game. Sinks the first one.
That kind of scared me.
All right, so Douglas sinks both. 2 for 2 from the line to start. Makes it 16-0. Kuhn from the corner for 3. That one no good. Rebound by Kadar. There's a drive and a foul. We'll take a look at it.
And you see that was all created by Douglas, sensing the defender was off her feet, a little bit out of control, just got it faked and broke through the defender, drew a defender on the baseline towards her, and was able to get the player free, get her in a free throw situation. Douglas, of course, the sister of Keegan Douglas, an outstanding point guard for Haddonfield, 4-year starter. And just one of the best players in South Jersey in her senior year.
So now here's Quinn with it. And another takeaway. We've seen a little bit too many of those here today. If you're the Knights, one of their biggest issues today. Feed inside, back to the outside. That one goes off the hands of Logan and out of play.
Yeah, Sterling tried to collapse down on the inside, but you see Haddonfield, again, a real veteran group. Good decision-making team, the offensive end. Kicked it right back out, was able to get some room on the outside. Good inside out, half-court set.
Pass to Douglas. Douglas from 3. Beautiful. Caroline Douglas once again from 3, and it's 20-0 Bulldogs. Jumper there, no good. Second try, also no good. Haddonfield gets it back. Drive down the court, nice feed inside to Volovich. And Duffy steals away, it'll be a jump ball. We'll take a look at the last basket here. Beautiful shot right there once again by Caroline Douglas. So here is Quinn down the court. Here's Montgomery Dram from 3. That one off the mark. Rebound from Kadar.
Well, they're getting some open shots from the outside, just unfortunately they're not falling.
There's a 3 ball. That one a bit too short. Sterling able to get the rebound. Here's Dram. Dram with a nice move, trying to feed out to Kuhn, back to Quinn. And Quinn gets it stripped away, and it goes out. It'll be Haddonfield ball.
Good to see again, Aaron Quinn, one of the veterans here. First we saw on the perimeter trying to apply some defensive pressure a little bit ago. And right there trying to take it to the hole to make something happen. But again, this is just a very tough Haddonfield team. If you get by one defender, there's always the help defender right there in your face, making it difficult.
Yeah, a very talented Haddonfield team that went 20-9 last year, and it seems like they're going to be even better this year. It's impressive how this program can have such a winning culture every year.
Yeah, and you look at Sterling again with the injuries, could be our toughest year in a long time. I mean, we were anticipating being right there with Haddonfield at the top, but when you lose 3 4-year starters who've been part of the backbone of the team, it makes it difficult. But Sterling right now is just going to try their best to play through it.
Yeah, I've been going to Sterling games because my dad's been announcing pretty much my whole life, and I always remember hearing Sterling Haddonfield, think of big rivalry, especially in girls basketball. So 2 winning programs in history.
Well, you just look at the record over the last 18 years.
Yeah.
Was it 18-17? So, you know, there's been some upset wins along the way, just a really great rivalry. And a lot of times, you know, you can throw the records out, but Sterling right now is just so shorthanded. It just obviously is making it difficult for them to compete at this level. Yeah, 30 years. We're looking at 2 of the top teams in South Jersey.
Yeah, Sterling was the first ever team to win a state championship. First South Jersey team.
Tournament champion.
Tournament champion, sorry.
So about 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Sterling still looking for their first few points of the night. And another foul as Quinn tries to drive toward the basket.
And Sterling, again, they've gotten the outside shots, just not been able to hit them. But I think, you know, sometimes if you're a player new to varsity, you miss a few, you might think to yourself, geez, I got to stop shooting, I'm missing. You got to keep going, keep shooting, and once you get into a rhythm, things will get there. And that's a real nice play by Lexi Kuhn off the pass to Erin Quinn.
First points of the night for the Lady Knights is now 22-2 as Sims kicks it out.
Yeah, if you take a look at the banner, 2001 Tournament of Champions for this girls team. So definitely a winning culture, and I remember, like, all growing up, I always knew if the girls team was going to be good. That's such a winning culture here.
Yeah, that, you know, to do something like that as a Group 2 team, you know, you're beating all the schools, the Catholic schools, the ones that can recruit, the Group 3s and Group 4s, and you just had just an incredible team at that point. Jess Kopsky almost getting 3,000 points, which is just incredible for a career. I mean, and you talk about 2,000-point schools here with these 2 coaches, but Kopsky was one of those low post players that could do it all. You know, run the floor. Obviously, we didn't see her, but just from things you heard, you see the. You look at the banners up there. That tells it all.
Jackie Donovan, Katie Smith.
So that one goes out of play. Kay will be the one to inbound it. 2:40 to go until halftime. Obviously, Sterling finding themselves in a big hole, but still plenty of basketball left to be played.
And we have Lauren Armbruster, who teaches at our school, was a point guard on that 2001 team. And just a, you know, that was the period where Sterling was great in not only you had boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, they were outstanding. Had Mark Manchio, a 3-time state champion. Baseball was just starting to go on their run at that point.
Yeah, Mark Manchio still hops on broadcast every once in a while here.
Mark Manchio.
But yeah, that must have been I wish that was during our winter tech crew time. That must have been a lot of fun to broadcast all those games and be a student during that time.
And I believe that was, Mr. K, correct me if I'm wrong, was that before, that was right before the new gym came? Okay, it was like the last year of the old gym.
And the old gym's a lot smaller. I'm sure those games were crazy. A lot smaller, you can hear everything more.
That layup there, no good by Kay. So Haddonfield will get it back. They'll slow things up a little bit.
And you look at Haddonfield moving forward, obviously going to be one of the top teams in Group 2. And I think because they're such a complete team, you don't just have that one great player you can shut down, and you can shut down the whole team. They have a lot of weapons. They're balanced. Play great defense.
So now here's Quinn with it on the outside. About a minute to go in the half. Quinn on the outside, tries to feed it inside to Logan. Logan driving and gets it taken away. And a foul.
Now you look at the 2002-2003 Diamond Classic team. Again, you know, winning that against all the best teams in South Jersey. Had a lot of great pitching. Just over a 3-year period were one of the top teams in South Jersey, and again took the 2 straight year, 2002, 2003, as the top team in South Jersey. And that's really saying something when you're talking about the Gloucester Catholics, the St. Augustines, you know, the Audubons, all the great teams that have great traditions. Sterling was on top in that period.
So less than 30 seconds to go. Here is a 3-ball. That one no good. Rebound by Kay. 3-ball again. That one no good. 15 seconds to go. Really no need to do much of anything here. Might as well just take it to the half unless Haddonfield really wants to get a shot off. They'll try it. Won't be successful at it, but that will conclude the first half. It's a 22-2 Bulldogs lead. We're going to take a look at Cinemark. I love going there. I went there 47 times over the 2023 year.
Yes,
we'll be back just after this.
Man, I really like talking to you.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What? Hit me. Why?
Because. Are you gonna hit me or not?
No.
Wrong answer.
This is so stupid.
That's more like it.
I never said you could hit me. What is that guy fighting?
What's your name? Never call. Tyler. Are you from Fight Club? Shh. You know the first rule.
I'm going to teach you some safe driving tips for you when you're out on the road. First, you want to turn on your car. Before you go, put on your seatbelt. You want to check your back mirror. Then, you want to check your side mirrors. When exiting out of a parking spot, make sure you check for cars and have your turn signal on. Make sure you come to a slow stop at every stop sign and red light. When you are making a turn, always have your turn signal on to show other drivers where you are going. Now, put your car in park and take out the key to turn off your car.
I guess one time isn't gonna kill me.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
You just need to forget everything.
It'll be fun. A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
Sterling High offers TV and radio classes for electives. Sterling is also fortunate enough to have both TV and radio programs. In these programs, students will learn to design, direct, produce, and edit television and radio broadcasts. Students develop their public speaking, journalism, management, and technical skills by appearing on the Sterling Morning News on Channel 19 and on our radio station, WSHS. Students produce, edit, and deliver school programming, including athletic events, activity, productions, and community events. If a major in communications is in your possible future, Sterling High School offers opportunities not available in most high schools across South Jersey. Make sure you take a TV or radio class elective today.
Guys, put your IDs on.
Brady, headphones. Gotta come out.
No.
Come on, man.
Yo, Brayden, you know you're not supposed to have your jacket on, man. Come on, take it off. Put it in your locker. No, I'm okay.
You have your jacket on, AirPods in, and no ID. Go to internal.
You too, though.
Yep.
Dude, would you check your email?
What's email?
The thing that keeps making that sound! Now I know why you didn't join me for the Flyers game! Open it now! 1,700 emails!
Maybe you should open your emails too.
You think so?
Where's your ID?
That's it. Put that hood down.
You're late. Put your hood down.
Where's your ID?
And you have your backpack on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to second half action here at the Castle. It's the Haddonfield Bulldogs 22 and the Lady Knights 2, and we're going to take a look at the leading scorers for both sides. For the Haddonfield Bulldogs, it is Caroline Douglas with 7, and then Acadia Walters with 5, and for the Lady Knights, it's Lexi Kuhn with 2. And we'll take a look at the highlights for Haddonfield, and it was a great first half overall for Caroline Douglas, making two threes as well as a free throw shot. Overall, just hitting from the outside all across the board, and Haddonfield taking huge advantages over with their takeaways. And if you're just joining us, I'm Brian McLerner along with Kevin Schulz and Connor Strauss here with you in the second half of these Lady Knights taking on the Haddonfield Bulldogs. And guys, Haddonfield has pretty much just dominated on all assets of the game so far.
Yeah, it's tough for Sterling, but obviously you lose three starters going into the year. It's going to be tough, and what would have been a close game. But if you're Sterling, you're not out of the game yet. We saw the boys against Haddon Township on Wednesday have, a 19-point lead at half, and Haddon Township made it a competitive game in that fourth quarter. So if you're the girls here, you're not out of this game yet. You just got to start finding your offense more.
Yeah, again, you saw what they were able to do in that first half. Haddonfield they were just outstanding. They were as built. Have a trivia question.
Ooh, I like trivia.
You guys, now first I'm going to allude this by saying, do you guys know how right now you find out through the internet, through Channel 19, or mostly the internet, or a call? That's how you find out if the school's closed due to a snowstorm. Mm-hmm. Do you remember how your parents found out how the school was closed? How?
The news.
Not the television news or radio?
Television news and radio.
Okay, I kind of gave that away.
I was looking at I would look at 6 ABC in the morning. Mm-hmm. And it would be like the school closings.
Okay. Did they say the school name?
It would list your county or something.
Would they list the name of the school?
No.
How did they?
They would list the names of some of the bigger schools. I went to a small private school with a graduating class like 50. So.
They didn't list the names. What they would do is list a number. Okay. And as we're starting the second half here, I don't know if Mr. K remembers his school closing number. Yep, it was 552. Ours, when I was I went to Our Lady of Grace, it was 588. Now, my question to you guys is, and I know you got, I don't know if you guys will know or not, what is Sterling's current school closing number?
Oh my God.
I have no idea. Well, we've been here ever since our COVID year, pretty much. And
how do you find out first? Let me ask you that.
Well, I mean,
Channel 19, the internet, the call?
We would get a call usually saying, we would hear Mr. Claiborne's voice or something over the phone, basically just saying if we're closed or if there's a delay or something like that, pretty much just informing the parents.
Let's just say the internet was down, your phone was down, the only thing you had was your radio. You're listening to KYW. What would your school closing number be? They don't announce the name of the school. What is our school closing number right now? And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know until I saw it the other day. So
then I wouldn't know, because well, first of all, I don't listen to much radio anyway.
I was surprised, honestly, that they still do that. I didn't even realize it.
No, I didn't even realize they still. I only thought it was for the news, because usually the only time I would look is if I'd be in like my parents' room. They'd be out having the news on or whatever while we're all getting ready, and it'd be on 6 ABC or something. So
This is for these 2 or 3 cavemen out there who only have.
Unfortunately,
radio.
I don't think me and
Not that cavemen
Connor
even
Strauss
have
are the
radio.
2 or 3
Yeah.
cavemen.
Okay. So you have no idea. Mr. K, do you know the school closing number for Sterling? Again, I didn't know till I saw it the other day.
The worst, what I hated about snow days was when you didn't know until the morning. So you get up in the morning, start getting ready for school, and then you find out the school's closed. I liked getting it the night before because I know I could stay up a little bit later. I didn't have to get up in the morning.
Did that happen to you? When you would you find out in the morning?
Yeah, I found out a couple times in the morning. It was
That's
fun.
unfortunate.
We had to find out. We would always get up like 6 o'clock in the morning and had to just listen to. They went through all the counties and all the numbers, and they do the Philadelphia counties first, and then they would come over to Jersey. And then they did the Camden County numbers. That's when you had to really have everybody be quiet. You had to listen. And if you did that right now, the school closing number for Sterling would be 570.
570? Okay. My guess probably would have been like 519 because, I don't know, Channel 19.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I don't
Not
know.
bad.
Would have been something. There's a floater right there for the Bulldogs. It's number 25, Marlena Kadar. Having a strong first half defensively and gets a bucket right there to add to this Bulldogs lead.
But yeah, I would find out in the morning because my parents would get the call in the middle of the night, and then they'd tell me like when I woke up in the morning. So sometimes I'd just wake up at like 9 o'clock and think I was missing school.
Yep. Mr. K was saying, he was talking about 20-some years ago, Channel 19 would have the first message.
Layup right there for Acadia Walters. Makes it a 24-point deficit. And we'll get a whistle there. A little over 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. In about 45 minutes from now, the boys game against Haddonfield will get things going. In Haddonfield, it'll be Jake Clark and Dan Leakin on the call for that game. It will not be live. It'll be uploaded onto YouTube, I believe tonight.
Nope.
Maybe tonight or tomorrow. So you'll be able to watch highlights of that game.
Yeah, the Haddonfield Sterling on the boys side always reminds me of like Eagles Commanders or Eagles and another NFC East team, because no matter how good or how bad the other team is that year, every game is close because they play each other so tough. They know each other so well. So
I always loved watching Eagles Commanders, not only because I'm a huge Birds fan. Obviously, you can tell with the Kelly Green and Strauss, you got your Kelly Green jacket on.
Yeah, I got my Kelly Green starter jacket.
My mom is a Commanders fan.
How did that happen?
So she'd have to explain it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, my mom's a Commanders fan, so twice a year we'll get to watch our teams duke it out. Obviously, it was a lot more interesting this year because Sam Howell turned into prime Tom Brady every time he faced the Eagles, but not against literally any other team because of how bad the Eagles' defense is. But it's always fun to watch that rivalry.
I'm thinking a lot of teams watch that tape and watch maybe specifically what Eric Bieniemy, their offensive coordinator for the Commanders, did, and now that might have been the blueprint for stopping the Eagles.
Yeah, but they didn't really get too much farther than that.
I don't think our offense is the problem. I really think it's the defense.
Well, the defense definitely, but you knew the defense was going to be bad.
Yeah.
I think offensively, though, you're not having as much success running, and when your defense is bad, you want to run the ball and control the time possession, and we clearly didn't do that in the last game. And that, again, you have a bad defense, but if you can control the clock, control the ball, keep the other team's offense off the field, you can help the defense out. And we haven't been able to do that since the early part of the year.
Yeah, I mean,
or the middle part.
And they're letting some of the lesser teams kind of stay in the game. I mean, when they narrowly beat the Giants, led by Tommy DeVito and Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, thank you, Strauss. It pretty much went down to the final play. And when you let those lesser teams stay with you the whole game, it's just not going to really lead to much success down the road. That's why, like we talked about on the newest episode of that Philly John that'll air at some point, me and Jake just don't have a lot of confidence in this Eagles team heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence either, but I have more confidence than some other fans. Like, some other fans think that the season's over yet, but you get one good playoff win, like a strong playoff win, 2-3 score game, and next thing you know, you're right back in the mix of winning that Super Bowl. I just think a lot of it's a morale thing. I think a lot of it is coming off the Super Bowl hangover. You had a shorter off season, a lot of new people.
Yeah, definitely the biggest adjustment was the coaching staff. I mean, losing Shane Steichen to Indianapolis, and obviously defensive coordinator as well. So
yeah, and if they are a first or second round exit, expect the Eagles to be back next year. I mean, any team with Jalen Hurts at quarterback can win games.
The only thing you worry about is their offensive line. And,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because you're most likely losing Jason Kelce. Yeah. You see a foul right there. We'll take a look at the last basket here. Nice layup drive toward the rim.
Yeah, I don't think Jason Kelce retires yet. I think he's having too much fun.
I think his window is almost closed. If he doesn't retire this year, next year is his last year.
Yeah, I agree. You start to see him fatigue a little bit. I mean, he's still a top center in the league, but you're starting to see him fatigue a little bit at the end of this season.
I mean, yeah, Eagles had 6 Pro Bowlers. One of them not being Jalen Hurts, but you had three offensive linemen make it: Kelce, Dickerson, and Johnson. Then A.J. Brown, DeAndre Swift.
A lot of what DeAndre Swift did to make it, again, that was done in the first half of the year.
I mean, he's an 1,000-yard rusher now for the first time in his career. And it's a timeout for head coach Jackie Mulligan. You can take a look at our next TV game. It'll be this Monday. On your screen, Monday, January 8th, as the boys will welcome an Audubon. That'll be at 5:30 live on Channel 19 or youtube.com/SterlingTV19. Should be a good one on hand for the boys. Again, in a little over a half hour, they'll be taking on the Haddonfield Bulldogs, a big rivalry for those two teams in Haddonfield.
Coach Jackie Donovan Mulligan there in her career here in the late 80s, finishing up in 1990, a state champ, MVP for both of them. 1990 New Jersey Player of the Year, 2,500 plus points, member of the South Jersey Basketball Hall of Fame, and just an incredible career here for the Sterling Lady Knights from 87 through 1990 for Coach Bill Ulrich, the Hall of Fame head coach here for Sterling. And Jackie Donovan Mulligan went on to Penn State and had an outstanding career there. I believe she was in a few Final Fours and really played at the highest level when you're talking about women's basketball prior to the WNBA.
So that is going to conclude quarter number 3 here at the Castle. It's the Haddonfield Bulldogs 28 and the Lady Knights 4. Fourth quarter action coming up right after this.
Watch where you're going, pal.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
Guys, this has to stop. 8% of high schoolers have bought on school property. It isn't cool. This ain't no fight club. We have to change.
So fourth quarter action here at the Castle. It's 28-4 in favor of the Haddonfield Bulldogs. And you look at Coach Kate Schmid-McDonald, another former Lady Knights player and one of the best we've seen. Over 2,000 points for her in her career, class of 1994. See a couple of her with her former teammates.
It's a great thing to get 1,000 points in your high school career. To get 2,000 points, and again, one of those players that could score from the inside, shoot from the outside, just do it all. You know, you saw Mr. K run some of her games occasionally on Channel 19, and I know the one where she scored the winning basket. Clearly, everybody knew the ball was going to her, and she still sliced through the defense and was able to score, and that's what great players do. She also was a Division I player, finishes out at St. Joe's.
Travel there for Ireland Kay, just a sterling legend both on the court and on the sideline as this girls basketball team head coach. She has been phenomenal here as both an athlete, a coach, as well as an educator.
Have a little highlight in a little bit coming up with Coach Kate McDonald. And I'm just, you know, one thing right now, you see her on those sidelines, regardless of the score. I think the energy that she brings to coaching the girls right now, obviously it's a tough game, tough to find offense against a very good Haddonfield team. But the energy you're seeing from her right now, constantly coaching, constantly teaching these girls, I think that's going to work well as we move through the season, and again in a very tough situation with losing 3 starters, but you know, she's going to make the best of it for these girls, no doubt about it.
So less than 7 minutes to go here in this one. Drive toward the basket, that one tipped out of play by Maddie Sims, a sophomore. Here's one of the more recent baskets.
And obviously these coaches have known each other for a long period of time, and you can see the respect that each one has for each other. Coach Mulligan right now putting a lot of subs in, having her girls just work the ball around the outside, work on the offense. You know, there's some teams that would be in this situation that would run up the score, and obviously, clearly, she's not doing that. That's just a classy job by her.
So it'll be Montgomery Dram to do the inbounding here. Sims with a mid-ranger. That one falls through. And Maddie Sims has her first points of the night.
This is what we talk about, Strong, right now, just trying to get better with each possession down the floor. And, you know, every little success you have, don't think that Maddie Sims getting the ball in the middle right there and converting isn't going to be a stepping stone for her as we move forward through the year.
And we'll get a timeout out here on the court. And we're going to go back to 1994, the graduating year of head coach Kate McDonald.
Kate is your marquee player. You go to Kate.
All right. Here we go. 5 seconds left, tied at 52. The inbound, Schmidt's got it. Got it! She got it! To win the ball game. Kate Schmidt, 54-52. The win for Sterling to go 18-0 on the year. What a shot by Kate Schmidt.
We call for that one, Dan. You know, when you've got a player the caliber of Kate Schmidt, you put the ball in your hands and say, Kate, it's yours, win this game. She did. The fans appreciate it. The coach appreciates. Kate's got to feel great, especially after a very shaky first half.
54-52, Sterling the win. We'll be back with interviews coming up in just a minute. Back here at Sterling High, it's been a great ball game, won by Kate Schmidt on a jumper with no time left on the clock. 54-52, the Knights win it, and Cammie Trinidad is with the victorious coach and the game winner, Kate Schmidt. Cammie?
Bill and Kate, we've got a very soaking wet Kate Schmidt who had the proverbial water bath from the joyous fans here at Sterling. Bill, coming into this game, you knew that you needed to get.
All right, so a wonderful highlight from now head coach Kate McDonald, Sterling legend on the court and as a coach as well. And now about 30 years later.
Back to basketball, folks.
Well, you're taking a couple things from that. I mean, that really underlines how much of a storied rivalry this really is between Sterling and Haddonfield, and there's been many great games along the way. But as I said, and I was referring to that play, that just shows you how outstanding she was, where both teams knew the ball was going to go to her. The whole building knew the ball was going to go to her. And when you're somebody like that, and I don't think Mr. K had to show it in a short period of time, but in that set, if you really pull it back even more, you could tell in the huddle, she's telling the coach, I want the ball, I want the ball. And you know, and the team knew she was the go-to player, and to have all that, you know, that type of pressure and still come through, just shows you what type of a great player she was. And also, you know, you talk to different people. She was a great teammate too. And, you know, that I think is equally as impressive.
Ball came to me.
And
do we all remember what happened last time the ball came to me during a Channel 19 event?
I don't think, for your sake, we should even talk about it, Strauss. I mean,
I shouldn't have brought that up. I forgot.
But you improved, right? We're talking about improvement tonight.
Tonight I made the stop, but did not happen back in October.
You got better.
Take a look at Aaron Quinn driving toward the basket, counting the bucket, and getting the foul. And Aaron Quinn, one of the senior leaders out there on the court for the Lady Knights, averaging 10 points per game, 68% from the line.
Aaron Quinn, one of those 3-year starters in both basketball and soccer. Obviously, you know, we've got girls from this team that run the soccer team, as we're looking at, you know, Aaron Quinn, Ireland Kay, Montgomery Dram, and they battle. You know, girls who are used to competing, they're going to battle. They're going to battle, even when the shots don't go in. And we're going to look at that play again in the beginning here. You could just see how she just really wanted the ball.
Good foul line jump shot.
And that was with 3 people in her face.
Mills now with 20 points in the ball game. Abby George with 20 points in the ball game, and Kate Schmidt with 22 in the ball game. Now let's see if we can get a listen as to what Bill Ulrich is going to go with.
If you can hit her, hit her. Don't stand away.
No doubt about it. You could see in there she wanted the ball, and that's, you know, there's a lot of players who score a lot of points, don't like the pressure situation, but you could see she embraced it in that situation. And, you know, just one of the great games, and one of the great games in this rivalry in dramatic fashion. And then we talk about that small gym. You know, it's great to be in this nice gym, new gym, but there's something about the intimacy of a smaller venue. And I know Coach Will McDonald in wrestling, they wanted to go in a smaller gym when they wrestled up until about 4 years ago. But then I think for technology reasons, we had to move back over here. But he liked the intimacy of the small gym.
Yeah, me and Strauss, either last year or 2 years ago, did some PA announcing for the Martin Luther King tournament for boys basketball, and we were able to do PA announcing in both this gym and the old gym, but particularly the old gym. We did some regular announcing in here for Paul VI in Camden, as well as Sterling's game in that tournament. But it was very fun being in that older gym, getting to experience a playoff-type atmosphere. And as you said, the intimacy definitely adds to the experience of being on that technical side. Strauss, look,
hey,
it's your pokey guys.
Yeah. But yeah, like Brian, as you were saying, with the old gym, it definitely feels more cramped, and I kind of like the feel. You could hear everything louder, fans were louder, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun PA announcing that day. I don't know about you, Brian.
Oh yeah, for sure, it was a lot of fun. And speaking of the gyms, tomorrow is volleyball for a cause. That's going to be taking place in both the new and the old gym. It's for a very, very good cause, and we'll all be out there on the court, hoping to do pretty well.
If you're there from 2 to 4, make sure you check out the kids in the chipmunk costumes.
In honor of Bill Scully, Mr. Scully. And they got a really outstanding turnout last year.
Yeah, that was.
Just want to keep it going and just move forward and keeping his memory alive and doing things for a good cause. Something he wanted. Day family will be playing 12 to 2. I'll be there around that time helping out.
If you want to do the doubleheader, you could hit the K family at 2, and then you've got Daniel and the Chipmunks from 2 to 4. It was a great time last year. We went 0-4, but I don't think any team had any more fun than us.
Yeah, that was a very fun tournament. Very good to see the turnout be so big. A lot of former Sterling athletes, faculty members coming out, students coming out. The seniors will also be running the brackets this year as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. Just hopefully going to be a very fun event. And of course, it's for a very good cause, which is the most important.
No doubt about it.
3:18 to go here in quarter number 4. Glad you're with us here on the broadcast. I'm Brian McLean, joined by Kevin Schules and Connor Strauss. Here with you on a very chilly January Friday night here at the Castle. Aaron Quinn drives and gets it stripped away, and Haddonfield will take over. On the move is Walters, and the shot is good. Makes it a 22-point lead for the Bulldogs. About 2:40 to go here in this one. And that layup is good for Lexi Kuhn.
Good play by Lexi Kuhn, grabbing it and laying it off soft off the backboard. She's one that, as she gets more acclimated to the varsity level, I think can really help them out offensively. But she's just young as a sophomore, learning. This is a real nice play, just catching it and putting it right up, not even putting it on the floor, and that's a good play. Sometimes younger players want to do that. They want to put it on the floor, but she just had the presence of mind to put it right up there.
A nice strong pass by Montgomery Dram. There's the layup there by Acadia Walters, who's had a good night. Had 5 points entering the second half and has definitely continued her level of play here in the second half.
Well, at least you guys, if your cable goes down, phone goes down, and all you have is a radio, you now will be able to tune into KYW and know if we're off or not.
That is true.
You know our school number, which is?
570.
Okay, all right. We're here to help out at Channel 19. That's what we do.
See the crowd coming out here tonight, supporting both sides.
But a tough game, but a game, again, that you saw some good things towards the end. Obviously, Haddonfield pulled girls off their bench, but there's some positives to pull out of a tough game. And that's, I think, what you want to do moving forward to get things pointed in the right direction.
Aaron Quinn with a nice takeaway. And we'll get a whistle. And some nice hustle right there by Erin Quinn. She's been very strong defensively. She has a couple takeaways here tonight. Inbound right there by Harper Benjamin.
And I would like to give a shout out to my dad, watching from Wilmington at the Blue Coats game. Obviously, he's their PA announcer, done a great job last couple of years. Also got to PA announce for the Sixers this year, which was, I was there, was a great time.
That was the Tyrese Maxey
50
burger.
Yeah. That was a great time.
Not even just announcing a game, but a memorable game like that.
Yeah, that's very incredible to see Mr. Strauss get that opportunity. Very well deserved all across the board. Very well respected man here at Channel 19 out of all of Sterling.
No doubt.
And my mentor for National Honor Society, which will happen on Tuesday.
You hope you get another chance at that, but unfortunately, Matt Cord that's the only time he missed in 26 years.
Yeah.
Just your dad's luck.
He got his chance, I know.
But you're right, he did get his chance.
He got his chance.
That's an
and
awesome thing.
He did a great job at that game, truly.
And hopefully he can get similar chances like that in the future. I mean, that would be terrific for him if he can get that chance. But we've been talking to him, and he said if he doesn't get that chance, then I'd say he's pretty content with it. I mean, he did very well with it.
He fulfilled his dream. That has been his dream ever since he started announcing at Sterling. And ever since college, honestly. And it was just really cool to see him live that out.
And it's all about putting in that hard work, because if you don't put in that hard work, you're not really going to be able to chase your dreams. It's all really about having that drive, having that passion that you have. If it's something you really love, just work hard at it, show that you're passionate, things will start coming your way.
Yeah, and he worked hard for 25 years for it, and I'm really glad that he got that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not, you said Strauss, he worked for 25 years to get to that point. It's not always going to come to you right away. It might take that long to truly get your chance, but if you put in that hard work, it's going to come eventually. And for Mr. Strauss, it is very well deserved.
And it could be.
And if it's something you truly love, you will not give up on it. And he didn't give up on it, and 25 years later, he got his opportunity. So
there could be other opportunities along the way.
Yeah,
too,
definitely.
like
And now
Lou
he's got.
Nolan isn't getting any younger. Dan Baker for the Phillies, so
he's
got to be right in line.
Yeah, he's got connections now. He knows all these people who will put out a good word for him and know how talented he is. So he has these connections, and maybe it isn't with the Sixers, but some of the other major league teams in the area.
And you mentioned an important thing there, Connor, and it'll bode well for you guys too, is you're going to go to school. Obviously, you're getting the experience broadcasting, but go out of your way to always introduce yourself to people, meet people, network. You never know if that one person you meet could be the stepping stone to a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's all about the passion and the connections that you have along the way, because you said, Schulz, it's just all about meeting people, because that person can know another person who knows another person who knows another person. It just goes down the line to the point where they may know someone that could really propel you to a state that you're trying to get to. And again, it's all about that hard work that you put in, the grind that you have, the passion that you have, and it could get you to fulfill your dreams.
Yeah, definitely. And in a business like this, it is all about who you know and connections, as Quinn has agreed. But yeah, definitely. And I've never met an announcer that isn't friendly with people. And it's all about making friends, having those connections in this business.
So final 25 seconds here in this one. Here's Ireland K for three, and it is good. Pitch perfect there for Ireland K. She's able to steal it away, finds Logan, then gets it to Quinn. Quinn driving, there's a foul, a shot no good. There's Ireland K.
And they're the types of things we talked about. Having success at the end of the game, continuing to battle. These girls, you know, we go back to saying how these girls are used to competing in other sports. You're seeing that, you know, diving on the floor and doing a lot of good things towards the end of the game. And that's leading to things that coach can carry on and impress upon after the game that could, you know,
and another thing
lead to helping out in the next game.
Sorry there, Schulz, but another thing, no matter how down this team is, they never give up. There's no quit in this team.
Some little confidence builders along the way here.
Yeah. If you're the girls right now, you're just looking for something to build on the next game. And I think these last couple of minutes have definitely given them something to build on. Their offense is kind of woken up in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, early on, they were getting open shots, just weren't able to convert.
So that is going to conclude this one. The Haddonfield Bulldogs win it 36-18. They'll move to 7-1, Sterling to 2-7. And as you guys said, it just really goes to how you're going to build yourself up for your next game. And Sterling in that fourth quarter definitely putting up some points. And it's all about that next girl up mentality, well coached by both former Sterling athletes in Coach McDonald and Coach Mulligan.
Yeah, they kept it positive. You could see some positive things happen in the second half, just echoing what you guys said, and it'll be interesting to see how things move forward here. But you have to feel good about Sterling doing the best with what they have in a tough situation here.
But, yeah, I mean, that's a very talented Haddonfield team, and if you're the girls, you can't really get down on yourself about a game like that. Obviously, you're shorthanded, and that's a very talented – that's a 7-1 Haddonfield Bulldogs team. So don't let that change how you play next game.
Yeah, a lot of talented playmakers on that Bulldog squad, and that's one of the reasons why they get it done here tonight. They win it 36-18, as that'll do it here on Channel 19. I'm Brian McLaren, and thanks to Connor Strauss and Mr. Schulz for joining me here on the broadcast. Thanks to Mr. K and the entire tech crew for helping us out as well. But that'll do it here at the Castle. Our next TV game is this Monday, as this boys will take on Audubon. That'll be at 5:30, coverage on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. But that'll do it here at the Castle. I'm Brian McLaren saying so long, and as always, good nights.